And welcome to the CIF Ford Baseball Championships, the quarterfinals. It's the West Ranch Wildcats and the Chargers of El Toro. Brought to you by the Santa Clarita School of Performing Arts. Welcome one, welcome all. Ronnie Wald here on just a perfect day, picture perfect Chamber of Commerce day out here in Lake Forest, California for this quarterfinal game. Winner moves on, loser ignominiously goes home. It's going to be the Wildcats now running a great streak, winning 16 of their last 17 ball games and marching over opponents in the first couple of rounds by beating Mater Dei and just a nail biter, a very razor-thin victory over Norco a couple days ago at Norco, 4-3. So there you have it now, a record, West Ranch all-time record, 23 wins and 8 losses, but it won't be easy because they have to now travel here all the way down to Orange County and face off against a very tough team based in Lake Forest, named, of course, the El Toro Chargers, ranked number 4 in the United States. Now we have this chance. Let's honor America with our national anthem. And a spirited rendition of our national anthem. And again, so glad you're with us here at the quarterfinals, because just very much like the NC2A basketball tournament, the field is, again, so talented, so deep, but unfortunately, again, unlike a collegiate round-robin tournament, it turns out that winner most definitely will have a chance to play Tuesday in the semifinal. That's at Blair Field. 2 more victories away from going to the championship. That's in San Bernardino this year. But losing this ball game, it's all over for the 2016 spring season. And a very tough El Toro team, as we said, one of the best around, no doubt. When you're talking about number 3 in the Golden State, ranked number 4 in all of the United States, and we've got a very talented pitcher on the mound. In fact, it's going to be a battle of left-handers. West Ranch has their gifted southpaw one, Timmy Johnston, coming up in just a moment. But first, West Ranch will have to get through Noah Fluman, F-U-L-M-A-N, an outstanding 7-1 mark and a 0.74 earned run average. He'll be facing off against West Ranch, and we'll get you their lineup right now with Jason Dreesen right, the center fielder Sammy Gray, shortstop Blake Baumgartner, the catcher Cade Sperlin, Doug Gregg at first, Danny Lovano, the third baseman, Austin Hernandez, the DH, Nico Valdez, the second baseman, and Alex Lee, one of the great heroes defensively, particularly in that first-round game against Mater Dei. Alex Lee starting in left for Casey Burrell, now in his 12th year at the helm of West Ranch, 10 years now with varsity baseball. So they're a nascent new program, but Casey came over from Saugus. He was the 4-year head coach over there, but was just too well tempted over 10 years ago to take over a brand new program, as he has done successfully and very well with West Ranch. One more thing, if West Ranch wins, it'll be the second time they've made it into the promised land, so to speak. That semifinal at Blair Field in Long Beach, that's the semifinal. It was done 4 years ago by West Ranch, and they ultimately lost to Corona. As for El Toro, they're just fresh off a 1-0 victory over Oaks Christian. Their pitching is exemplary. Hitting, not so hot. About 250 average for El Toro. Team ERA, 1.48. As Jason Drees will check in right now as we begin things. Sure glad you're with us here on LivePlaySports.tv, and then we're running a separate broadcast, audio only, around the world on Wildcast. Jason Drees, one of the great, again, Wildcats of all time, and takes a curveball, and it's going to be over for a strike. Jason among the leaders now as he winds up his West Ranch career, number 5 all-time in hits with 85. He only needs one more triple to get into the promised land, so to speak, and reach Jagger Risconi, who had 7 triples in his West Ranch career, pitched down low into the dirt. That's going to run the count now to 1-1. We'll get you set in just a moment with the Chargers with the leather. That's their moniker, their nom de plume. The sobriquet for West Ranch, the Wildcats. Fluman rocks, and here's the delivery, and it's going to be a fastball that misses outside, 2-1. Fluman and Jake Jackson is your battery. Gavin Garcia at first, Josh Zamora, the second baseman, Carson Negrete, the shortstop, Austin Green at third base for the Chargers. Off the plate and misses. That's going to bring on a 3-1 count. Stone Schiffman in left. Kenny Oyama, the talented center fielder, he said he made quite a catch in one of the important playoff games, a gifted center fielder for the Chargers. And then in right, Nathan Church. On this just exemplary day, National Weather Service tells us temperatures hovering in the low 80s. Low humidity, as now pitches low as well to Jason Drees, and he's on by virtue of the walk to start things off for West Ranch here in the first inning. One thing Mr. Drees was telling me before the game, that Jason's moving up in the all-time walks category. That's number 23 on the season for one Jason Drees, as Sammy Gray will step up there. Outstanding vantage point for us to do this broadcast here. We could almost reach out and touch the players. Very short area between home plate and the backstop here at Charger Field. Lake Forest, California. Now Fluman wants a throw over to check Jason. Jason, leadoff, has better than average speed, not known as a speed merchant, but still he can get around the base paths. It's Sammy Gray who handles the aluminum well, only strikes out about 8% of the time, that's right, and brings in a hefty 3.96 average. High and outside, that's 1-0. Let's take a look at Charger Field. It was built in 1973. Dimensions 300 down the lines, 380 to center, 12-foot barrier here. Extremely hard to hit a home run to center here. Almost impossible because of the pervasive ocean winds blowing in from the Pacific Ocean. Fastball finds itself for a strike, and it's now 1-1 count to one Sammy Gray, and on deck is Blake Baumgartner. Winning 16 of 17, but El Toro, they're no slouches themselves. We got a word from them that they've won themselves about 14 straight games. So 2 red-hot teams going at it out there. And it's thrown over the head of the first baseman, Garcia, and there he is on his horse. We talked about the Preakness race last week, but on his horse right now, saddled up, ready to go, and he's motoring into second. In scoring position is Jason Drees for the Wildcats. So a breakdown that time on the part of the usually reliable Fluman, and now second baseman Zamora needs to go out there and chat with him for just a moment. Adorned in their good-looking white uniform with blue lettering, blue hat. I'm talking about the El Toro Chargers. Here's the replay one more time. Overthrown by pitcher Fluman, and there he is again. Scooting into second is one Jason Drees. No score, just starting things out. So sure glad you're with us on the network, not just merely in Santa Clarita Valley or Orange County, but around the world. Now from a stretch to improve his control, here's the offering, way high and outside. So Fluman, a young man who's usually extremely reliable in terms of finding the strike zone, having problems in this quarterfinal game. By the way, his last outing was a complete game shutout over nearby Kennedy High School. Not the one in Granada Hills, Kennedy from nearby Garden Grove. It's a 2-1 count, no score. Jason with a very liberal lead off second, and this is slashed down the right field line. There's our cameraman up above the dugout area, and he almost took one for the team that time. Over there in the eucalyptus trees. And we feel a little bit of that breeze now coming in our open-air press box area here. Ronnie Wald, your game broadcaster, proud to bring it to you. Now looking in one more time to the catcher, Jake Jackson, double J. Needs to find the strike zone right now. Let's count even at 2-2. Fluman way high. It's 3-2. So West Ranch known and making it in terms of their, again, great juggernaut, great offensive output. A team average of 342. Now Sammy Gray, a chopper right down to the shortstop Negrete. He goes to third, and they do nail Jason Dries over there. So Jason Dries that time taking off with the bouncer right in front of him. A risky endeavor, and they were smart enough to make the play. One Negrete down to Austin Green to get the first out. Now Sam Gray firmly ensconced at first base for the Cats. The hitter is Blake Baumgartner. For good folks out there not familiar with this young man, he, with a number of other West Ranch players, graduated last night. So congratulations to him. And here's the pitch to him. It's going to be a fastball inside corner of the plate, 0-1. Baumgartner, an important performer, but a very quiet, mostly laconic young man. Very cerebral, but lets his bat do the talking. A solid .366 average this year. 3 homers, 21 runs batted in. Comes right back. This is a curve that's good enough for a strike. So that play just a moment ago as West Ranch started to seize the initiative and the opportunity there, the big momentum, and then having it extinguished with a chopper down to the shortstop Negrete, nailing Dries at third. 0-2 offering. Pitch way outside. It's 1-2. Baumgartner, outstanding academic and student athlete, heading to UC San Diego. Now one more time. Pitcher Fluman looking for a sign. More deliberative up there right now. No score, top of the first. Runner Gray at first, and he now gets a throw over there. And on deck for the Cats is the hottest of their players. Offensively, one Cade Sperlin, the catcher. One down. Baumgartner would love to hit it in the air and get something out of it. Gray's going. They have a play on. He doesn't swing at it. Here's the throw down to second. They nail him at second. Gray is gone. And that's it for the Cats in the first inning. Sammy Gray took off and counting on Baumgartner to hit it somewhere. He did not. As a result, what a howitzer-like arm on the part of Jake Jackson. 1/2 inning gone here at El Toro here in this quarterfinal, and it's no score. El Toro coming up, and we'll be right back. Heading into the bottom of the first, no score, Wildcats denied. It was a double play. Blake Baumgartner ended up striking out, and on the play, there was a quick throw on the part of catcher. Again, Mr. Jackson, Jake, the first name for the Chargers, and boy, did he have some charge up into that throw. nailing a speedy Gray at second and finishing off the Wildcats on top of first. Now, for El Toro, Kenny Oyama, Carson Negrete, and Josh Zamora up against the all-everything, the Phenom. What a record he's had, the junior Timmy Jostin. And the first offering is over for a strike, 0-1. Timmy has not lost in a long time. About the time when they invented fire. March 18th, in fact, at Hart. Since then, a 5-game winning streak. This pitch is for a strike and 0-2. 8-3 mark, the 8 wins best in the foothill. 2.04 earned run average. And you extrapolate that in the last 29 innings, he's only surrendered 7 earned runs. Off the end of the bat, Timmy comes and fields it. The flip to first in time for the out. He didn't give us a chance to also say he's an outstanding fielder, great athlete, and he gets off that mound as quick as anyone, as evidenced that time. Was ever on the high chopper to field the ball cleanly and then flip it over to the first baseman, Douglas Gregg. 1 out. Oyama, speedster, and an important table setter. He's gone, and here comes Carson Negrete. Fastball taken inside. Timmy's already spoken for. He's going to be heading over to Cal State Fullerton. And again, he got that Mater Dei win in the first round playoff game. He went 6 innings, surrendered 2 earned runs, struck out 3, walked 2. High fly ball down the line, foul, and out of play. West Ranch now, what a historic year for the Wildcats no matter what happens today. They've hit 23 victories. That's the most in program history. Albeit the program goes back with varsity only 10 years. But new milestones being created by the only coach West Ranch has ever known, Casey Burrell. That pitch will miss outside. It's 2-1. Timmy is going to be pitching at the next level, no doubt about it. He's got 3 pitches that can get the hitter out. This is going to be a hit, unfortunately for Timmy, into left field with a solid ground ball to left by Carson Negrete. First hit of the ball game. He's at first. Here comes Josh Zamora. Mike Gonzalez now 15th year for El Toro. A lot of people don't know he's one of the great athletes ever in El Toro history. He played football, he wrestled, he played baseball here. And along with all of his kudos in terms of his ability as an athlete, as a coach, he's also picked up a CIF title emblazoned on the left field wall here. Nobody can miss it, says CIF Champions 2008. We were over there at Dodger Stadium that night. He picked up that title. Trying to get another one, and why not? On a team number 3 ranked in the Golden State. It's remarkable. Jostin's delivery finds it's going to be high and inside to Zamora, and he packs a heavy bat, the second baseman, and also double G, Gavin Garcia on deck, the first baseman. Timmy from a stretch and then deals, and the pitch, that's his little bit of slider, however, it misses outside. Keep an eye, very close one on Carson Negrete and what he's able to do. Zamora, one of their most talented of hitters, with a 296 average this year. Remember, the team's only hitting around 250 as another throw by Timmy, so anyone over 250, the team cumulative average is doing fairly well. The MVP Garcia is on deck. Negrete at first, taking a very healthy lead over there. Timmy keeps an eye on him with 1 out. This is hit as a high drive. It's going to be deep left field. It's going to be real trouble. Going back, though, and making the catch out there, well, getting it on 1 bounce was Lee. We kept an eye on him, but it turned out to be a double. Lee picked it up off of a bounce. Our view from this obstructed angle, and we'll take a look back at the camera, looked like he had made the catch on the run. He does that often. But no, it turned out to be a double, and you can hear the plaudits of the fans here, the home fans here at Charger Field. Jostin gives up a single to Negrete, a double to Zamora after he induced Oyama to ground out. 1 down, and now a heavy hitter. 1, Gavin Garcia, heads to the plate. El Toro here in the first inning, threatening to score. Runners at second and third, and Timmy many times this year has had to take it into his own hands and just blow away the hitters. Number 2 in the foothill in strikeouts. young Timmy Jostin. Curveball dances over beautifully for a strike, and it's 0-1. Looking at his numbers on the year, this is, by the way, his 11th start of the year. 55 strikeouts, only 20 walks. A terrific strikeout-to-walk ratio. This is his 13th game overall. Pitch in the dirt. Cade Sperlin now is to chase after, but nobody's going anywhere. As we said, very little distance between home plate and the backstop here at Charger Field. You know how roomy it is over there at Wildcat Field, about 25, 30 feet, but not here. It's also very small area down the lines, so that will benefit, no doubt, a hitter. When you have spacious areas down the line and behind the plate, then it's the hitter, or should I say the pitcher benefits. Nonetheless, they have some of the best pitchers around anywhere in high school baseball in America right here at El Toro. Pitch now taken inside and high. It's 2-1. 12-foot barrier out there, and one of the few ballparks we've run into, no nooks and crannies out there. It's a symmetrical ballpark here at, again, Charger Field. 2-1, one away, and the Chargers are threatening here with runners at second and third. Johnson trying to work out of it. Comes right back, gets a little piece of that, fouls it away. Up and into the screen, it's 2-2. The CIF Ford Baseball Championships, the quarterfinals. Ronnie Wald on a broadcast solo bid, and we're so glad you're with us. If you're just tuning in, get you all the live action here as we've covered, again, the two significant wins at the end of the year against Valencia. And then, of course, Darren and his great staff of LivePlaySports.tv came back to cover the playoffs. Wins over Mater Dei, a win at Norco on Tuesday, and now facing off against a tough El Toro team. That's going to be his slider that's inside. That sucker has a lot of velocity here. Popped the mitt of Cade Sperlin. They have a gifted catcher, one of the best defensive around in Jake Jackson. The same can be said for Cade Sperlin behind the plate for the Cats. He really can call a great game. The 5'10", 188-pounder, the senior. So they have the joys of, again, graduating last night, the graduation ceremony, and then right back to work today here in this quarterfinal. It's over. Strike three called. Not just getting any strikeout, but the young man, the junior, getting against the senior, the MVP in the South Coast League. Beautifully done that time by Timmy Jostin. As Mr. Garcia takes the long, laborious, ignominious walk back to the dugout. Look at that. That fell off the table. And Mr. Garcia, Gavin, the first name, knew it. He was on his way back to the dugout. Left with the bat on his shoulder, waiting for a quick or fast bus out of town to Oceanside. Now here is one. Matt Kincaid takes the offering for a strike, 0-1. What's made Timmy so very effective is when he gets into a jam, he gets into a jackpot, he's able to extricate himself from it. Let's see what he can do right now. 0-1, 2 down. The runners take their appropriate leads off second and third. Timmy comes right back. He did commit himself. There's no doubt on that. He needs some help from the umpire at second base, but he did move his wrist. They say it was a strike, 0-2. Matt Kincaid, number 5 hitter in the order. Matt Kincaid had that game-winning hit. Sports a .312 average, swung on and missed. Strike 3. And the West Ranch faithful are on their feet here in Lake Forest, California. Timmy Jostin, he's only a very young 16-year-old, ends up striking out the two top hitters on the team, Garcia and Kincaid. We head down to the second inning. It remains no score. West Ranch and El Toro. We'll be right back as you're watching proudly the CIF Ford Baseball Championships. We'll be right back.
My name is Kevin Hill, broker associate with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties. I want to tell you what benefits my team can bring you to give you a competitive advantage over the other realtors buying or selling your next home. We have 4 licensed agents on our team and a technology specialist to assist you in every aspect of your next sale or purchase.
When you work with a great realtor team, a great company, as well as a very good lender, we take the whole stress out of purchasing a home. That's what we do here at the Kevin Hill team.
Utilizing many of the new and proven marketing techniques, we are positioned at the #1 spot in transactions in Orange County, and I am in the top 100 agents in the country out of almost 50,000 agents for our company, Berkshire Hathaway. And I am also one of the most trusted names in Orange County real estate for over 30 years. How that translates to you, the consumer, is that our methods work. I would love to share what we do for our clients if you are looking to hire an agent. Please call today about your real estate goals. Thank you.
Good, good pitch. Back stone up a little bit. Hey, know where the wheels are. He doesn't run well.
No, let's go 7. Make sure 1.
2-1-2.
I'm red.
Double elimination, what have you. More indicative of showing off who a true champion is. You have a bad day, you're out of luck as Gregg lays down a beautiful bunt. Now the throw in time. That's the big guy, Doug Gregg, laying it down and playing small ball. Sacrifice consummated. Sperlin at second, and here comes Danny Lovano. One thing about West Ranch, even though they have that juggernaut of the offensive output, got them in a 350 team average going into the playoffs. Did you know in the last 2 games that they've won, they've only hit 220? They have 11 hits and 50 times at the plate. 3 extra base hits among those 2 games. The wins over Mater Dei and Norco. The 2 home runs also from, of course, Hernandez and Dries. But that's it. They've relied on pitching and the stellar defense. It's just been lights out. As Danny will take it down low in the dirt and keeps an eye on his good buddy at second base, Kate Sperlin, just to let him know not to go anywhere on that. Still, as we mentioned, with the short area between home plate and backstop, a catcher literally could just wait for the ball to carry him back to him like a puck coming back at a Kings or Mighty Ducks game, you know what I mean? So as a result right here, you have to keep your eye open and need the batter to help you on the base paths to know where the ball is when it gets loose. Curve ball down low. It's 2-0. Danny Lovano. I know we're going to have a lot of new watchers on LivePlaySports.tv and a lot of new listeners on Waldcast, but Lovano's the one that sat out about a month. Ineligible to play because he was transferred over from Alamany High School in the Stafford Valley. A big swing that time. Only a little piece of it, however, and the count 2-1. And as a result, the spark plug Lovano shows up, and they go 15-1 subsequently. Hey, that's no just coincidence, no mere coincidence. Lovano, important contributor. 1 homer, 17 runs batted in only limited duty. Again, over the last 16 games. And a healthy 400 averages. A little game of bird dogging going on between Fluman and one Kate Sperlin. By the way, if you go back on the archive in that great win over Norco, at Norco, it was Kate Sperlin that was motoring around third and dove into home plate. And that's available on the archive, liveplaysports.tv. Fastball good enough for a strike. Inside part of the plate, it's 2-2. We've seen a number of those outstanding moments of the playoff in a year that West Ranch historically will, again, be loath to ever forget this one, no matter what happens today. And Cade Sperlin coming around, he was like a Mack truck coming down Grapevine with no brakes. And he made it. The promised land, no doubt. Fluman comes right back. High chopper. That's going to be right down the second baseman. Looks at the runner, Cade Sperlin, elects to go to first, record the second out. That acts as a sacrifice in effect, but it's a ground out nonetheless. And here comes A.H. Austin Hernandez. Austin Hernandez, one of the true inspirational stories on the team. A little later we'll chronicle his, again, physical issues. It's just amazing that he's even playing baseball at all. I mean, it's like a veritable Brian Song-like story out there for this young man, playing with a lot of heart, the heart of the lion. Now here's the first pitch from Fluman to him. He takes it down low, and it's 1-0. And what he did against Mater Dei was the difference in the ball game with the 5-2 victory with that, again, Herculean blast to right. High drive to right, got 3 runs in on that jack, and that was the difference to beat, again, Mater Dei, a well-established baseball program. Down into the dirt, so he's really making Jake Jackson work overtime to keep that ball from, again, squirting back to the backstop. 2 away, no score. They expect a very low offensive output on the part of both teams. Austin waiting. The pitch is a fastball for a strike. It's 1-2. So our point over the last 2 games, not that West Ranch suddenly got cold and hitting only .220 in the last 2 games. It's that, again, you're meeting some of the best high school teams in America now in this tournament, and you're seeing some outstanding pitching. Instead, Hernandez sends a blooper to left. It's going to be trouble. It falls. It gets by the left fielder. Now let's see. One comes in, Cade Sperlin, and Austin Hernandez on second with a double, an RBI double to break the ice. 1-0 in this ball game. I can't tell you what the thinking was going on there for Stone Schiffman. Maybe he thought maybe Green or Negrete would come over a trio of Chargers over there, and it fell between them, unmolested. As a result, it gets by and takes a bounce right by Schiffman, allows, again, Austin to get to second. I'm going to say it's a single and 1 base error. RBI number 22 on the season for Hernandez. The hitter is the second baseman, Nico Valdez. 2 down. Cats up 1-0 over the Chargers. Fluman rarely gives up a run, has given up one now. Fouled away, and Nico takes a big swing. No homers this year for this young man, not known for his proclivity of home runs, but going after it nonetheless. They all must know, though, because of the breeze coming in from the ocean, there's no way to really easily hit a home run to center here. Fastball high and tight. West Ranch has 16 home runs this year. El Toro only has 2. And a lot of that has to do with this field here, the configuration. If they had turned it around the other way, you'd have it like Valencia, a launching pad. This is going to be a fastball now, down low. Another nice save from Jake Jackson. Jackson's really working overtime with pitches all over the place, trying to keep it from becoming either a wild pitch or not. 2-2, 2 down. Noah Fluman with the 7-1 mark and a 0.74 ERA, already surrendering a run. This is going to be hit hard. It's going to be taken by the shortstop, Negrete. The long throw to first in time for the out. But breaking through West Ranch High School, that's going to be Cade Sperlin scoring, and one Austin Hernandez contributing again with his 22nd RBI of the year. There's the bloop that got by the left fielder, allowing Cade to score. 1-0 Cats as we head to the bottom of the second. We'll be right back as you're watching the CIF Ford Baseball Championships. We'll be right back.
Vote yes on Measure E. College of the Canyons is essential to our high quality of life in the Santa Clarita Valley. For the 3 and 5 local high school graduates who begin their college career at College of the Canyons, and the 4,000 students on wait lists for science and needed classes. For the 1,000 local veterans learning, training, and working on campus. Because skilled local training and our growing local economy go hand in hand. Vote yes on Measure E.
That is one fantastic camera shot, liveplaysports.tv. Look at that. You've got the football stadium here at El Toro right up against the baseball field. Other side, right field area of El Toro, that's the softball field. But behind us, we've got Darren with a tremendous camera angle up there looking down, and that is part of the press box area of the football field, football stadium here. And as he comes zooming in, I'm somewhere near that Chargers symbol there. We swing now into the bottom of the second inning, and Timmy Johnston, well, he gets a very rare gift here, a very nice early Christmas gift, and it's what he loves. He's staked to the lead right now, 1-0. For the Chargers, number 3 is up there, Stone Schiffman, and takes a pitch inside and tight, 1-0. Schiffman, Jackson, Church for El Toro here in the second inning. Timmy into the windup. Here's the pitch. Be down low with that slider, 1-0. That's our old-fashioned terminology for it. Timmy calls it a cutter, so do a lot of the younger, newer ball players. So be it. Here's the wind, and comes right back 2-0. This is going to be fisted. It's going to be a fly ball. Looks like Blake has it with his shades down on the outfield grass to make the play for the out. Also, go along with Timmy's hot streak. If you just joined us, we ask your forgiveness if we repeat ourselves, but people come in and out of a broadcast. But it is remarkable. He's running a 5-game winning streak. Last time he lost was March 18th against Hart. That's a long run. Way back in the Pleistocene era. As this is going to be now taken by Jake Jackson, low and inside, 1-0. 1-0, Wildcats. Look at that great open stance on the part of Jackson. Takes you back to hitters. Again, in early baseball history, line drive! It's right at Nico for the second out. We got a perfect angle on that because it started to slice right at Nico at the last moment. Not unlike one of my 4-irons at the local ballpark, or should I say the local country club, or at the driving range for me. Now look, there's a lot of movement on that. If you saw it the way I did, and you see where he was positioned, and he caught it with the glove just right off to the left. So that's going to be the second out. Hit right on the screws by Jackson, but it's going to be an out nonetheless. And here comes Nathan Church. Nathan takes a ball, 1-0. We feel a hint of the breeze coming in. Not as strong as what they've told us in the past, what it can be here at Charger Field. Lake Forest, California, 2 or 3 miles away from the Golden State Freeway. Due south, 100 miles, San Diego. LA, due north, about 40. Beautiful Orange County, azure blue skies, and as we said, National Weather Service says temperatures will remain just picture perfect. A Chamber of Commerce day here in Orange County, low 80s. That finds itself just on the borderline, but it's going to be a ball, 3-0. One more thing, we see no cumulus or cirrus clouds among us. Absolutely blue skies. Timmy comes right back. That's going to be a strike on the inside part of the plate. As we said, the stakes are high, and you can forget about heading back to Wildcat Field after this one if they get the W. It's on to Long Beach for the winner of this ball game. That's going to be lifted now, a fly ball to center. Remember, he doesn't have to worry about it, again, going over his head, Sammy Gray, because he hauls it in, because the wind is going to buffer it and make it easy for him to haul it in. So Timmy Johnston just going along like a walk in the park. He's already retired now, 5 straight Chargers as we head to the third. 1-0 Wildcats of West Ranch over, again, the Chargers of El Toro. You're watching proudly again the CIF Ford Baseball Championships.
The Pro Glider, easily one of the best teaching tools you can put in the hand of any baseball or softball player.
The Pro Glider, as you swing with that Pro Glider, you can actually see the flight of the ball. And you can see that if you're swinging right, that ball will go up the middle with what I call a true trajectory, not backspin. Backspin pops things up, but a true trajectory, meaning just a natural lift that goes out.
Craig Wallenbrock has instructed major league hitters for several decades. He's seen every gimmick around, but as a coach who teaches with video, Wallenbrock loves the Pro Glider because of its positive muscle memory reinforcement.
Yeah, it's the hands that hold the bat and what they do. And that's why I think this is such a great training device. It is a teacher.
Order your Pro Glider at the web address listed below.
Alex Lee will start things off for the Cats here in the top of the third inning. Stake to the, again, nebulous, razor-thin 1-0 lead. Fluman begins his own third inning of work with a fastball at the knees to Alex. Alex the hero, or they wouldn't even be here now without the Alex Lee, again, magnificent catch and left against Mater Dei. Saved 3 runs right there. And saved Timmy Johnston's goat in that game as well, as he takes the pitch now for a strike, count even. Fluman and Jackson, there's your battery. Looking at a sign, and now he pops up straight up in the air. Here comes the catcher and also the pitcher, and they try to avoid a collision, but Fluman will squeeze it for the first out of the inning. Alex Lee, a valuable guy, number 9 in the order. He's over .420 in on-base percentage, but could not get the pop, or should I say the bunt down, and here comes JD, Jason Dries. Jason walked to begin things in the first and ultimately was forced out by Sammy Gray, who was then thrown out after Baumgartner struck out in the first inning. The Cats adorning that good-looking blue uniform. Slider taken high. Blue top. Lettering, the font is in a vertical fashion. Numeral on the right side. Gray pant, blue helmet. And gold lettering. Very much L.A. Ram-like colors, as this is going to be a slider outside. It's 2-0. So they move on with the winner playing again at the neutral site. Every year they do that. We've done a number of them on Wildcats.com myself over the years. That's the neutral site where 4 teams participate in the semifinal. 2 teams emerge from that. That's Tuesday at Blair Field, historic Blair Field in Long Beach, as the pitch finds itself now outside to Jason Dries, 3-0. 23 walks this year. He's going to take all the way, but takes it down the pipe for a strike, 3-1. And then the 2 winners emerge from Long Beach and make the long trip down the San Bernardino Freeway for the championship. And this is going to be up the middle. Jason Dries, a solid single to center. As we said, one of the great hit specialists in the history of West Ranch program. Moved into 5th place this week, 86 lifetime hits, and sets the table now for Sammy Gray. In past years, and we've done a number of them, they've had the championships at either the Big A, Anaheim, or Dodger Stadium. Last couple of years, they've been going to the minor league park. This time, where the minor league, California League, San Bernardino 66ers play, near downtown San Bernardino. It's a beautiful ballpark. A small microcosm of a big league park, but it holds 5,000 instead of 50,000. Pitch inside to Gray, or check that over for a strike, pardon me, it's 0-1. So that comes up on the 4th, a week from tomorrow. As it all winds down, 32 teams, winding down just a couple weeks to the top 2. West Ranch, beyond this ballgame, has to win 2 more to get that CIF title, as the pitch now finds itself down low in the count even at 1-1. But one step at a time. That's Casey Burrell's, again, very patient tutelage and coaching style. For those fans not aware, he also shares the mantle, co-head coach along with his brother, Brady Burrell. All of the Burrells coming through, again, the local school system, the Hart District in Santa Clarita. And their mom and dad, both teachers, as well as the complete Burrell kids. Casey's got a sister, Mitzi. She's a teacher, married to one. His wife, Chris, is also a teacher, junior high school. Brady, of course, is a teacher at West Ranch Math. It goes on and on. These are great educators out there and coaches beyond the game of baseball, leading our young people proudly. As Sammy Gray looking for a sign from one of the talented coaches down there, third base coach's box. Ryan Lindgreen's handling things down there. Bobby Cardamone at first base for the Cats. 1-1 count. Here it comes. Up high, so Fluman, who had the first inning jitters, couldn't find the strike zone, in that same predicament right now. 2-1, one away. And remember, Wildcats have the, again, razor-thin 1-0 lead. Sammy Gray, what has he done this year? .396 average. He gets a little piece of it. It's one of those pop-ups. In comes the left fielder, Schiffman, and then finally taking it will be the shortstop, Negrete, cutting in front of Schiffman. Remember they had a problem an inning back, one that allowed Kate Sperlin to score on a pop-up. Austin Hernandez to left. Well, that time, Negrete, the shortstop, didn't want the same situation happening. He cut in front of Schiffman to squeeze it for out number 2. Top of the third it is, on the road West Ranch, but they don't mind road cooking. They're 11-5 away from Wildcat Field. How about El Toro this year, a 25-win team, 25-5. They took the South Coast League title by 2 games with a great 10-2 mark, as Blake Baumgartner's the hitter for the Cats. Left-hander, now it's going to be hit as a slow roller down to Negrete, to second the short way, and that's that. Cats denied here in the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third. West Ranch 1, El Toro nothing. And you're watching and listening to the quarterfinals of the CIF Ford Baseball Championships. We'll be right back.
Curveball goes up first. Hey. Me up first.
I love acting. They teach me how to do a whole bunch of stuff.
It's a great school, and she's around people that are interested in the same things she is.
It's been great to have these people in our corner. These guys really know what they're doing, and they've been doing it for quite a few years.
Every Saturday, they do have agents here for modeling, for print, and then there's agents here for acting.
Everything you need to succeed in show business is here. We have classes for kids, teens, and adults. Learn your craft at Santa Clarita School of Performing Arts.
We did it! So can you!
Now batting, third baseman, number 22, Austin
Green, Oyama, Negrete, the 9, 1, and 2 hitters right now for the Chargers of El Toro here at the, again, quarterfinals of the CIF Ford Baseball Championships. A game fraught with tension so thick you could cut it with a knife. Timmy Jostin begins his third inning of work, and his first one a cutter down low, and it's 1-0. So now with Timmy getting through 2 innings here, not allowing an earned run, he's only allowed 7 earned runs last 31 innings of work. This is going to be a fly ball to left down the line. Our view will be obstructed. We'll take a look now at our monitor, but it looks like it ended up being a foul ball. They'll come back, try it again with the count even at 1-1. We're right here at field level, but our view down the left field line is challenged. So they do figure the ERA in the high school realm based on 7 innings naturally. So if you take 4 ball games in Timmy's 31 innings of work, it's actually 4+ ball games. That pitch just misses, much to the chagrin of the West Ranch fans, and they're here in mass making the long sojourn from Valencia area, and now the count 2-1. Timmy works with rapidity, and look at the concentration on the young man's face. Delivers, and it's going to be a high pop-up. Doug Gregg giving chase. He makes the catch along the line. In foul territory, it wasn't easy. There's batting cages over there, and Doug Gregg, who's just been an exemplary fielder fielding a 1,000 percentage, tops in the Foothill League, and he's just growing by leaps and bounds as a first baseman. He's multi-talented. He can catch and third base as well, but he just fit in just wonderfully of the last month or 6 weeks as a starting first baseman for the Cats. One down. Now the top of the order. They talk about he can really handle the aluminum. I'm talking about Kenny Oyama. A very dangerous out. However, the pitch is a strike from one Timmy Johnston, and it is 0-1. Well, just looking at those numbers again, and Timmy overall ERA 2.04. If you take the last 31 innings, as the bunt is laid down by Oyama, coming to field to Doug Gregg, but he couldn't pick it up in time, so Doug so perfectly handled, again, the pop-up a moment ago, but that one had to have Valdez come over and cover from second base, and he just couldn't get over in time. So Oyama knows a way to get on base, a high on-base percentage for the Chargers, now is at first base. He bobbled it, so could that be the first error of the year for Doug Gregg? After we just, again, sorry, we put the whammy on him by mentioning his great 1,000 fielding percentage. One away, and here's Carson Negrete. It's a strike. So just concluding our point, 2.04 ERA overall for Timmy, and then again in the last 31 innings, if you take it down to the 7-inning ERA, it's about 1.75. Hasn't always been lights out, but depend on an outstanding defense behind him of late, and they've really, certain times, saved his goat. And then, of course, his own talents meshed together has turned it into this great 5-game winning streak, and now an 8-3 mark overall. For the junior, 8 wins, number 1 in the Foothill League. Now trying to get out of this one right here, one away, and here's the 0-1 pitch. Instead, another throw to first. Besides his many talents, and we saw him, again, how quickly he came off the pitcher's mound with a fine play in the first inning. Well, also, Timmy has a lights-out pickoff move as well. He shares out one with Jack Cunningham, the other ace of the staff, the right-hander. Righty-lefty duo, the dynamic duo this year for West Ranch High School. Another throw to first. Jack has been just outstanding for West Ranch and came through with a magnificent pitching performance on the road at Norco on Tuesday. All these games, the last 4, 2 playoff games and the 2 to clinch things against Valencia, are now on archive, liveplaysports.tv. It's really part of the history of West Ranch baseball this year. High pop-up, drifting foul, and out of play. What a great thing to have Darren and liveplaysports.tv run into this team of destiny, West Ranch. It just seems like it was meant to be. But also able to chronicle this outstanding year with just a bevy of outstanding defensive plays, great pitching, and timely hitting. All that you can watch over and over again and enjoy and relive the memories. Stepping out, asking for time, and then starting one more time, winding it up one more time, Carson Negrete. One thing he's known for is great bat control. Now he has a pop-up. Now coming down quickly, it's going to be a foul ball. It seemed that Doug Gregg was holding on the runner, had no interest in it. Jason Dries came over, but instead it fell unmolested, so it come back, tried again. Count 0-2, one away. Tying run on the base pass. Right now in the person of the speedster, Kenny Oyama. He wants to work out of this as quickly as he can. Remember, Messrs. Zamora, Garcia, and Kincaid, the heart, the meat, the center of the Charger lineup, is waiting in the wings. Timmy, the maturation level, it just amazes people, far beyond his young 16 years. Another throw to first base. He sent me a note even during the week, Timmy. He said, personally want to thank you for your broadcast. Very mature. Nice way to put it, and we appreciate him and that. Parents have done an outstanding job with these fine young men on this West Ranch team, and really a sad, tearful time last night with the, again, graduation, and now swung on and missed. He went after one way outside the strike zone, completely fooled the long, again, walked back to the dugout, the look of incredulity on the face of Carson Negrete. The same look that a lot of people have when they're facing off against Clayton Kershaw. where they thought the ball was and where they swung was in two different places. Outstanding strikeout. By the way, that's number 3 of the ballgame for Timmy, who was second in the Foothill League in that category. Now 2 away. Now he's got a mini El Capitan he has to scale with Mr. Zamora at the plate. Remember, Josh had the double against Timmy in the first inning. But by striking out Garcia and Kincaid, Timmy worked out of that dilemma. Now with West Ranch up 1-0, runner remaining at first base, let's see what Zamora can do. Zamora on the year, .296 average. He's got one of the team's 2 home runs, 15 runs batted in, and the pitch is a little inside. All those umpires that made the trip down from Valencia venting their disapproval, getting quite vociferous at this juncture of the ballgame here in the stands. The open stance of Mr. Zamora at the plate. You can see he's built like a rock of Gibraltar up there. Holds the bat high and confidently down low into the dirt. Ronnie Walt, proud to bring it to you. We're grateful for your, again, viewership and listenership. You're like family to us. I'm so glad you're with us, and what a time, again, in this very dramatic time here in high school baseball in Southern California. Johnston winds and fires away. It's going to be high and outside. It's 3-0. Somebody borrowing a local commercial from the mattress store. You're killing me, Larry. Down 3-0 right now, 2 away. Timmy wants to take care of business with Zamora, but he doesn't want to just give him anything. Squaring to Bud, instead takes the pitch. And it's going to be outside, ball 4. Trying to disrupt Timmy there on his motion just by jumping in the batter's box and pretending he was going to bunt the baseball. Nonetheless, Zamora, by virtue of the walk, heads to first base. Kenny Oyama now at second. Chargers at first and second. And here is Gavin Garcia. All right, let's see how Timmy can work out of it right now. Opposing hitters this year, they've got a .248 average. And as a junior, what a workhorse pitcher he's been as well. Over 63 innings of work here in 2016. Timmy rocks, fires away. It's a hot shot ground ball down the line. Backhanded by Luvano, but it's a foul ball. Hit hard. The only problem that time for, again, Garcia was turning on it just a little too soon. 0-1, 2 down. The tension starts building one more time. And we're only here in the 3rd inning in Lake Forest, California. Also very close to another very large community, Irvine, California, just nearby. If you're not quite sure where this town is. That's taken as a curve up high. It's 1-1. Johnston. It's a cerebral game for this young man. A very high baseball IQ out there. He'll be returning next year. We talked about the graduation last night, but he definitely will be returning in his final year in 2017 before he heads off to Cal State Fullerton. He has to get through this most important game of his life right now. Quick throw to second. Remember, he's got a dandy of a pickoff move that time. No bird dogging, no bluffing that time, and Oyama had to dive back. Some fans have an outstanding vantage point. They're viewing this over there beyond the right center field wall. They're actually on top of a roof out there. Whatever they can do to get a good view of the CIF Ford Baseball Championship. High pop-up. This is going to be right there to Mr. Dries in right field. And Dries handles it in right, the senior. I know we're speaking a little too soon, but with his over 700 slugging average, I think he's going to be a 3-time All-League. And no, only Jagger Rasconi's ever done that. He takes care of the fly ball, takes care of business. 3 innings are gone here at Lake Forest, and the score, West Ranch 1 and El Toro nothing. You're watching, again, the CIF Ford Baseball Championships. We'll be right back.
Fans have access to scores, rosters, schedules, leaderboards, and more. MaxPrep.com, American source for high school. Grab a square meal, pound bowl, and flavor.
Every week, the guys like to catch up, talk, and just spend some good, quality time together. And with T-Mobile's Simple Choice plan, they get unlimited talk, text, and web, which means they can watch MLB highlights, check stats, and talk all day about the game they love.
This was nice. Good talk. Great seeing you guys.
With T-Mobile, ESPN and ESPN Deportes, the game goes where you do. Wednesday Night Baseball brought to you by T-Mobile. Rays Red Sox at 7 on ESPN.
Number 10, Kane Sperling.
Go, boys. 4, 5, 6. Let's go. 4, 5, 6. Left time to the left. Good. Oh my God, this is brutal. The biggest game of the year. And we can't establish. Check the ball. Good. Yeah, boy. Good pitch, yeah, boy.
Just a couple of days ago. And the pitch is inside. They had to go all the way out to Newberry Park. That's a long trip to end up getting that win. It was Sam Glick with the victory. By the way, Sam has already spoken for. He's going to be a Bruin at UCLA. That's how good their pitching is. Noah Fluman, who now is going to have head coach coming out, Mike Gonzalez, is going to confer with him. He's going to become an Aztec and play at San Diego State. So a mini summit going on out there. Catcher Jackson, pitcher Fluman, and longtime head coach Gonzalez. Gonzalez, no doubt Hall of Fame credentials as the head coach here for 15 years, but what about when he was a player here, a student? He's one of the most famous all-time great El Toro athletes ever. He played football, he wrestled, and of course he played baseball as well. And got himself as a coach the CIF championship in 2008. Now the umpire needs to go out there and just confer and make sure that Mike moves a little bit with more rapidity up there and moves this game along. Everybody retreats to their, again, appropriate places. At a ballpark, only 380 to center, 300 down the line, symmetrical ballpark, and you look at it, first glance, you think this ballpark would be a launching pad, and one like Cade Sperling could hit it out down the line. He's got 2 this year. Big swing from Cade. Couldn't come up with the big one that time. And the count right now shows up right now on the scoreboard 2-2. However, they say it's a very difficult ballpark to hit any home runs out of. This is over for strike 3 called. That's going to be the second strikeout of the ball game by Noah Fluman against the Wildcats, and the hitter is Douglas Gregg. So as a result, because it's difficult to hit home runs here, they've tailored their game, the El Toro team, to, again, the constrictions of this ballpark. And they've done a good job. Their team ERA only 1.4, one of the best anywhere. Doug takes a big swing. Doug is a muscle man, no doubt, and we're still waiting for his first home run. He has a great square swing. He hits for an average, but one day Doug's going to be able to hit one out. Or hoping it'll be before his senior career is over. That's going to be a curve. It's a strike, and it's 1-2. Doug Gregg with the high average, as we said, it's a pitch down low in the dirt. 346 average, 4 doubles, 1 triple. And boy, did he have a monster hit up against the wall. Any other day that might have gone out of Norco. As this is going to be hit into right down to the shortstop. It's going to be a ground ball right down to one Negrete. An outstanding arm to first for that out number 2 here in the top of the 4th. Danny Lovano will step in there right now. With that hefty 400 average, he carries his one home run. You can just imagine if he had had a full spring season, what he would have been able to achieve as he takes one from Fluman inside 1-0. Lovano's brother Thomas played and had a great career at Moore Park College, and he's going on to Creighton. Creighton in the Big East, and you know where that's at, Omaha, Nebraska. That'll be a culture shock for the young Lovano. And now he gets up there and they disallow that pitch completely, and Fluman just throws it up there with no object or hope that it would be thrown up to or towards Lovano, which was a good move on the part of Fluman because he just throws it up there. It may have, and they again disallowed the pitch, and they disallowed that one too. The umpire twice asked Fluman just to cool it and not pitch towards the plate, and he just threw up some junk to keep it from going over the plate and maybe ultimately hitting Lovano. Now the umpire needs to go over there as one Mike Gonzalez, have this opportunity to speak to the umpire and find out what exactly is going on. Twice in a row the umpire said, no pitch. And Fluman just threw it up there junk just to keep it away from even injuring Lovano. So it was very kind and a good move on the part of Noah Fluman. However, this pitch, more serious that time, a legitimate pitch, and it's down into the dirt. It's 2-1. Fluman working quickly, comes right back, fisted, a little pop-up. It's going to come down on one hop to second baseman Zamora to first for the out. A bang-bang play, well done on the part of Zamora to Garcia. And West Ranch gone 3 up and 3 down here in the fourth inning. After 3.5, West Ranch Wildcats 1, and the Chargers of El Toro nothing. You're watching, and again, the dramatic time is coming up, so don't you dare leave your, monitors, the CIF quarterfinals of the Ford Baseball Championships. We will be right back.
My name is Kevin Hill, broker associate with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties. I want to tell you what benefits my team can bring you to give you a competitive advantage over the other realtors buying or selling your next home. We have 4 licensed agents on our team and a technology specialist to assist you in every aspect of your next sale or purchase.
When you work with a great realtor team, a great company, as well as a very good lender, we take the whole stress out of purchasing a home. That's what we do here at the Kevin Hill team.
Utilizing many of the new and proven marketing techniques, we are positioned at the #1 spot in transactions in Orange County, and I am in the top 100 agents in the country out of almost 50,000 agents.
That's a live shot of Matt Kincaid starting off the bottom of the fourth inning with a solid single to right against Timmy Jostin. Third hit, check that fourth hit of the ball game given up by Jostin. And Kincaid firmly ensconced at first, and here comes Stone Schiffman for the Chargers. Of all the players on this ball club, they say this young man, Stone Schiffman, is really emblematic of his name. He's the strongest player on the team. Stone is a great first name for this guy. It's a lefty versus lefty matchup. Advantage over to the pitcher Jostin, and his cutter will be way outside and misses 1-0. So one thing Timmy's been able to avoid is getting a Charger to lead off an inning. He's been able to get through the first 3 without doing that, leading off the inning and getting on base. Kincaid has done that with a solid wrap into right. Now Shipman up there, 0-1. He popped out in the second inning. Timmy now deals. High chopper taken by Lovano on the line. The throw to first. And Doug Gregg reaches up high to keep that from going down the line. Lovano, a great arm. And he did pitch for a while at Alameda, but at times it can take off on him. Thankfully, Doug Gregg was right there to make the stretch for the out. However, Kincaid able to scamper into second base on a veritable sacrifice, which it wasn't, still a ground out. But Kincaid now at second base for El Toro. The catcher, Jake Jackson, will check in right now. Trying to cash in his good buddy at second base, one Matt Kincaid, who has good speed over there for the Chargers. Timmy Johnston hanging in there, walking a tightrope, up only 1-0 in this ball game. It's going to be a missed outside with a curve, and you see the plume of dust emanating from the home plate area on the part of Kate Sperlin. Infield at normal depth, however, Luvano very much hugging the line down there and opening up a big gap between him and the shortstop, Blake Baumgartner, who's bird dogging behind the runner second right now. Here's the pitch, outside, 2-0. Jake Jackson, the starting second baseman. Check that shortstop, pardon me. I'll get it right. Catcher, and a talented one. We saw his howitzer-like arm earlier. Well, Jackson hitting a .234 on the season. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Taken outside, 3-0. As was evidenced by the earlier ball game. Remember last Friday, Timmy Johnston beat, again, Mater Dei, and Jack Cunningham was available to come in and mop things up and get the save against Mater Dei in the 7th inning. We're a long way from that, but just want everyone to know out there, Jack Cunningham, the all-everything, part of the dynamic duo of this team. Cunningham the righty, Justin the lefty. Cunningham will be available if need be. But first, they have great faith in this young man up there right now. His dad, the owner of Santa Clarita School of Performing Arts, a great sponsor of this broadcast. His older brother, an actor, Matthew. He played ball for a while, but mainly he's in commercials, different shows, and what have you. Timmy, the athlete, he's got a good look on him, almost actor-like in that realm if he wanted to follow that career. Instead, he's toiling right now for West Ranch. Off the end of the bat, cued down to the second baseman, Zamora. To second for one. Back to first. Not in time at first base. They get the force play. Able to nail Schiffman at second. Now you've got Jackson at first base. Kincaid finds himself all the way over to third for El Toro High School. And now with 2 down, Nathan Church, the right-handed batter, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, steps into the batter's box. Nathan Church at a .324 average this year. Down there, number 8 in the lineup. The pitch, however, is a strike from Timmy Johnston, 0-1. No, it looks like, looking at our figures, it's Stone Schiffman with a .324 average. Church is struggling at 175 below the Mendoza line for this Charger team. Here's the 0-1 offering. A great terminology there, the offering to Mr. Church. 1-0, now 1-1, 2 away, 1-0 Cats. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Getting into the latter stages of this game, the bewitching hour. Swung on and missed. Timmy pulls the string and makes it right now 1-2. Timmy, the 5'11", 170-pounder, and he stands as tall again as Goliath out there at times with his array of pitches. He's got 3 he can throw for strikes and get the hitter out. The 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball outside, and it's 2-2. So Deuce is wild right now. 2-2, 2 away. 1-0 Wildcats. Winner moves on. The great, again, Blairfield Semi-Championships Tuesday in Long Beach. Loser, it's all over. Ignominiously goes home. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be strike 3 called. Timmy takes care of business all by his lonesome. We told you he can stand as tall as Goliath when he needs to. And he's only a junior, a very young 16-year-old. And he's got another year coming at West Ranch. Strikes out one Nathan Church. Leaves a couple runners on. We head to the 5th here at Lake Forest. 1-0 Wildcats. Don't you dare miss the latter stages of this ballgame. We got a good one on this, the CIF Ford Baseball Championships. We'll be right back.
I love acting. They teach me how to do a whole bunch of stuff.
It's a great school, and she's around people that are interested in the same things she is.
It's been great to have these people in our corner. These guys really know what they're doing, and they've been doing it for quite a few years.
Every Saturday they do have agents here for modeling, for print, and then there's agents here for acting.
Everything you need to succeed in show business is here. We have classes for kids, teens, and adults. Learn your craft at Santa Clarita School of Performing Arts.
We did it! So can you!
Ryan Lindgren, the talented assistant coach for West Rand, also ably getting the job done down there on the third base coach's box, conferring with the umpire right now. A little trivia, his father-in-law is the Beaver. If you can believe Jerry Mathers, yes, leave it to Beaver. The one and only. He's married his daughter. They have a child. A lot of folks in our age group grew up with that show and the great values that it was able to promote. And Ryan right now, speaking for Casey Burrell, trying to work something out. We also have seen Mike Gonzalez step out there now, and now they're going to all come together and find out what this is all about. And Casey now steps in there now. We got a good look at him for the first time. Got an outstanding coaching staff. And for those folks not familiar, there are the two head coaches right there. Going back in the blue, longtime head coach, a legend, Mike Gonzalez here at El Toro, and now heading back one Casey Burrell, the only coach West Ranch has ever known. The Burrell family, educators all the way, well known in the Santa Clarita area. But he's had other talents, and really a renaissance man, one Casey Burrell, one of the great coaches around, and able to pilot his team into the postseason. They missed it last year, and now it ends up hitting Austin Hernandez. Fluman has been anything but sharp in this ball game, but even worse now, the leadoff hitter with runs at a premium, a 1-0 Wildcat lead. We're here in the top of the fifth inning, and it's trouble with Hernandez there because here comes Nico Valdez, Alex Lee, and if they get that far, one Jason Drees, the leadoff hitter. Austin Hernandez taking it for the team that time, and now Nico Valdez, the hitter. He's been red hot as well. Lays down a bunt for the team's sake. Now quick flip to first, and there you have one down, and scampering into second is Austin Hernandez. Against a team of this, again, caliber, this metal, M-E-T-T-L-E, this Charger team, pitching laden team, well, you're going to have to somehow invent and manufacture runs. Alex Lee, who we noted earlier, number 9 hitter, also has had a terrific time. No one player in the West Ranch lineup hits under 300. That's how powerful they are. Luvano 400, Gray 396, Hernandez 375. It goes on and on. Drees an over 700 slugging average and 337. Even at the bottom of the order, Valdez 310, and this young man Lee at 316. And he's all a 5'5" up there. And if you go back in the archive, you'll see how he leapt over the left field wall to make that incredible catch against Mater Day last week. Fastball to Alex up high. His dad told us he has the constitution of a mule. And he had some time about a month ago. He's feeling under the weather. He said, no problem, my son can battle back. He may be small in stature, but we used that metaphor a bit earlier. Another one with the heart of the lion, Alex Lee. 1-0, one away, 1-0 Cats. Fluman's offering. It's a fastball with great velocity, but it's down low, and it's 2-0. Live Play Sports.tv, exclusive coverage of this quarterfinal CIF Ford Baseball Championships. This is Alex Lee. Copley slaps it into right. Picking up quickly the right fielder who makes an outstanding throw home. I'm talking about Nathan Church, and that won't allow the speedster to move anywhere off of third base that time. Austin Hernandez saw, again, Nathan Church field that ball cleanly. And then a quick throw to home plate and just on the money. A beautiful throw to the catcher, Jake Jackson, and Austin Hernandez, and third base coach over there, Ryan Lindgreen, was wise enough to say, hold your horses and go nowhere. As a result, they've got runners at first and second. They're still in a, again, enviable position. Only one out. Single from Alex puts runners at the corners for Jason Drees. Swung on and fouled away 0-1. Both starting pitchers have gone all the way. Timmy Johnston for the Cats. Noah Fluman, who you got a good shot of in just a moment there. There he is, the lefty. From a stretch. Here's the pitch. Finds itself outside and misses. It's 1-1. West Ranch would definitely want to add to the run total. The nebulous, again, razor-thin one-run lead. Give Timmy Johnston a lot more to work with as we get into the final couple of innings of this ball game. Jason Drees, the perfect guy at the plate to do that. Lefty versus lefty, now laced into left field. It's going to be caught over there by the left fielder. Austin Hernandez bluffed going home on the sacrifice fly, and then he quickly retreated back to third base. Let me say very wisely as well, because another fine job in the outfield. First from Nathan Church, and now Schiffman able to get the ball in quickly and shows off his howitzer-like arm. Now 2 away. Fluman walking the tightrope for his El Toro team. And Sammy Gray is the hitter. So Jason Drees hit it hard, but all for naught as it's a fly out to left. If you got a little more distance on it, well, not in this very difficult place to hit a baseball. The wind buffets it, forces the ball back in as it's fouled away by Sammy on the right side, out of play.
Hey, let's go, big sexy, right here, kid.
So more than likely, the El Toro outfielders understand you don't go back on a ball here when the ocean breezes are coming in. Again, buffeting the ball, then more than likely the ball is going to fall short. Very few bloopers here because they play so shallow. And the left fielder played perfectly that time, as did Church earlier on the single by Sammy Lee. Check that. By Alex Lee, he was able to get it back in oh so very quickly. Now Sammy Gray up there with the count running to him 0-2. One of the guys that makes true great contact on this team. 16 runs batted in, and he scored a plethora of runs this year, about 24. Sammy waiting, a more crouched stance. The left-hander delivers. Now Austin bird-dogging that they're going to do a double steal. Austin retreats back to third, but instead going into second base and taking that was Alex Lee. Very wise of the catcher Jackson not to launch a throw down to second, because if it squirts into center field, guess who's going to be able to score from third base? You got it, Austin Hernandez. Now Gray in a really wonderful position if you can get through this one, 1-2 behind in the count, but runners at second and third for the Cats. And this pitch is going to be laced down the right field line foul. Bobby Cardamone, the talented first base, or check that first base coach's box, and he had to move out of there in a hurry. Bobby has a high school history and a good one, 1980, Kennedy High School. Now this one in Granada Hills, not the one in nearby Garden Grove. Got the city championship. Bobby was part of that team. So he still has the moves down there. Now let's see what Sammy can do with the 1-2 count, 2 away, and Wildcats at second and third. Fluman looks for a sign, and here's the pitch. It's going to be a fly ball. It's going to be over to right fielder and taken there in shallow right. As we said, the fly balls don't go very far here at Charger Field, and the Cats end up denied with runners left at second and third. Still, they've got the 1-0 lead over El Toro, and you're watching again the quarterfinals of the CIF Ford Baseball Championships. We'll be right back.
Vote yes on Measure E. College of the Canyons is essential to our high quality of life in the Santa Clarita Valley. For the 3 and 5 local high school graduates who begin their college career at College of the Canyons, and the 4,000 students on wait lists for science and needed classes. For the 1,000 local veterans learning, training, and working on campus. Because skilled local training and our growing local economy go hand in hand. Vote yes on Measure E.
Welcome back, everyone. Once again, that stupendous angle, breathtaking shot. Darren knows how to go high to get him, doesn't he? That one on the nearby football stadium where you got a catbird seat up there, running this broadcast, and also one of the great camera angles you're going to see. And there it is. I don't know if they're able to hear our play-by-play away. Oh, hi! That's Darren on the camera, in fact, isn't it? Well, he's the one barking out signals, and he's the one, the visionary that brought us these televised games, and we're really grateful to him, particularly at this great run for West Ranch of late. Now as El Toro begin things here in their half of the 5th inning. Number 2 up there right now, Kenny Oyama to start things off, and Timmy Johnston beginning his own 5th inning of work. Throwing a shutout at this El Toro team, ranked number 3 in California, number 4 in the land of the free. All of America, that's right. Fouled away by Kenny, and it's 1-1. Oyama handles the bat beautifully, and they talked about a great catch he made in the playoffs just a couple days ago, and it's over for a strike nonetheless from the undaunted one, the intrepid one, Timmy Johnston on the hill, the lefty for the Cats. Timmy into the windup. Here's the offering. Off the end of the bat. Come back, I thought he got a piece of the umpire, but no, it did not, and still the count remains at 1-2. We're on our simulcast, of course, our friends on liveplaysports.tv, televised, and audio only on wallcast.com. That one, strike 3 called. Kenny Oyama, strikeout victim right there, 0 for 3 in this ball game. And he will start things off here in the top of the 5th inning as Timmy Johnston, strikeout victim. He's got 5 in this ball game. Came in with a great strikeout to walk ratio, as we told you earlier, 55-20. Now 5 more strikeouts. He's got 60 strikeouts in over 60 innings pitched this year. Almost a strikeout an inning, as this is a ball to number 11 at the plate, Carson Negrete, the starting shortstop for El Toro. Timmy one more time, and the pitch finds itself down low. It's 2-0. If you joined us late, as is many of these, again, CIF championship games, semifinals, quarterfinals, they're always nail-biters, very tight games. Not a plethora of hitting, pitching dominating. This is going to be a 2-hopper down to the very solid senior Blake Baumgartner. He graduated last night, but he's up in the, as they said in that great article from Mark Wicker, written about from the Daily News, he said they're going through their higher degree, upper-level degree, by playing in this quarterfinal. By the way, the seniors have already graduated. They're out of the school and still playing high school baseball today. And possibly Tuesday at the semis and the finals next Saturday, a week from Saturday, in San Bernardino. So Negrete gone, 2 away, and Josh Zamora, who had the double in the 1st inning, walked against Timmy in the 3rd. He's 1 for 1. Timmy winds. Here's the pitch. It's down low, and it's 1-0. Johnston and Sperlin, the battery remains the same. Greg, Valdez, Baumgartner, Lovano around the horn this afternoon in Lake Forest for the Wildcats, based in Valencia. Pitch is now going to be a strike. Did he take a piece of that one? It's count now 1-1. Great pitch, but they say he did move the wrist on that one. So it's going to be a 1-1 count, 2 away. Lee, Gray, and Jason Driesen right for the Wildcats. This is going to be right down to one Danny Lovano. Problem-free thanks to Doug Gregg, able to make the long stretch again to get the out. Now they got some great arms on the infield, but if it wasn't Doug Gregg there, there'd be a few errors. Doug Gregg has been like a veritable vacuum cleaner himself, and now El Toro gone in the fifth after 5 complete here at the quarterfinals of the CIF Ford Baseball Championships. 1-0 West Ranch. We'll be right back.
Every week, the guys like to catch up, talk, and just spend some good, quality time together. And with T-Mobile's Simple Choice plan, they get unlimited talk, text, and web, which means they can watch MLB highlights, check stats, and talk all day about the game they love.
This was nice. Good talk. Great seeing you guys.
With T-Mobile, ESPN and ESPN Deportes, the game goes where you do. Wednesday Night Baseball brought to you by T-Mobile. Rays Red Sox at 7 on ESPN.
Welcome back to a very sunny, salubrious Southern California, Orange County to be exact. I'm Ronnie Wald, your game broadcaster. Proud to now celebrate my 34 years in local California sports play-by-play. It's just flown by. One thing then, we only had our spring season. We didn't have baseball in the summer and of course, the winter. And West Ranch will have a new incarnation, change their names to the Ranchers pretty soon as the pitch goes over to Blake Baumgartner for a strike 0-1. And they take on a new identity. And by the way, one day after that championship is finished, that Saturday night in San Bernardino, is Baumgartner, a lazy fly ball to center. Oyama has a beat on it and makes the play for out number 1. The next day, the Cats, whether they're in that championship or not, the week from Saturday on the 4th, they must be in Las Vegas, change their name, the new incarnation. They go from Wildcats to Ranchers and become a travel team. And they got a doubleheader that Sunday immediately in Las Vegas. But that's the way Casey Burrell likes it. He doesn't want any time where really there's no baseball going on. And now with, again, the level of play and the need to be able to play constantly to develop skills in baseball, which, again, there's so many things you have to know and learn in the game. It then requires them to play all year long. They're going to play 30 games in the summer, starting again a week from Sunday. Fluman, outstanding pitching job. He's just a tough luck guy. He's down 1-0 as Blake sends it foul, 1-1. Or Cade, should I say. Blake, the moment ago, young man, came up there, became the first out of the inning for Fluman here in the 6th inning, Blake Baumgartner. Now Cade, the cleanup hitter. Cade takes it for a strike on the inside part of the plate. It's 1-2. Noah Fluman all the way for the Chargers. Timmy Johnston the same, starting pitcher for West Ranch High School. Fluman, a steady presence out there, only has had a couple bumps in the road. But you're not going to afford any, again, bumps in the road or any mistakes at this level here at the quarterfinals and most particularly at the semis coming up Tuesday at Blair Field. There's no room for error. 1 down, 6th inning. Only 6 outs away. West Ranch trying to preserve a victory and move on to the semis. Cade Sperlin takes a big swing. He's got a nice one too, but that one's going to end up foul, and it will remain 2-2. Sperlin in this ballgame 1 for 2, so he keeps that great hitting streak going. He's now got a 9-game hitting streak, and Cade is 16 for his last 35 at the plate. Scintillating. On fire, boilerplate hot. Curveball misses inside and run the count full, 3-2. Cade one more time, such a good, important presence on the team. Hits it hard down the line, inside first and down the line. It's Extra Base City. There he is motoring, digging away into second. He'll get there standing with a double, and what a double it is. The West Ranch fans are on their feet here at El Toro High School. Just what the doctor ordered, a double at the, again, quintessential moment in time. And now Greg, Luvano, and Hernandez, their imperative, their imprimatur will be to try right now to get one Cade Sperlin home. One away. Greg in this ball game. Sacrificed in the second. Grounded out in the fourth. 0 for 1. Doug, the senior, this is his final time at West Ranch. And he's going out in style with an almost 400 average. Looking for RBI number 17. A fastball to him is a strike. Mr. Gregg right behind me right now. He and his lovely wife Jody, great supporters of our broadcast. We wouldn't be here without them, and a number of other parents who have really made it happen. We're grateful to them. Now a backwards glance on the part of Fluman, and comes right back another fastball. And Doug is way behind now, 0-2. Inside first and down the line for Cade Sperlin. Left-handed bat, he's amazing because he can go to all fields, but he pulled that one in a traditional sense and got extra base city. That one high, and reaching up high was one Jake Jackson. Had to pluck that out of the sky. In their dugout, Mike Gonzalez, the longtime head coach, a legend of sorts here at El Toro. Casey Burrell starting his own legacy with 224 lifetime wins in 16 years with Saugus, and for West Ranch the last 10 years. And that's going to be Doug Gregg. A solid single into right. Will Cade risk it? I don't think so. Look at that great arm in right on the part of Nathan Church. We've seen both Church and Schiffman come up with outstanding throws, and Nathan came up with a charge the baseball, and a throw meant one Cade Sperlin smart enough to hold on at third base. Nonetheless, runners at first and second, one down, and here comes the hottest of the West Ranch Wildcats, Danny Luvano. One thing, the complimentary Casey Burrell, speaking of Luvano, remember he couldn't play for a whole month. That was the CIF rules coming out of out of Alamany. He had to wait a month. Casey Burrell said he was the first one in the practices, last one to go home, and he wasn't even participating other than to take a few swings of the bat and try to get ready. So the moment when Danny Luvano was called upon, and that was during the Santa Ana Elks tournament, he immediately made an impact. And as a result, in the last 15 games, they've gone 14-1. Overall, they've gone 16-1. And during that time, 9 and 7 game winning streaks. They're in the midst of a 7-game winning streak right now. Hey, El Toro's got themselves a 15-game winning streak running. Two teams red hot, and one of them, sadly, will have to hit the wall in this ball game. The other will move on gloriously to Long Beach on Tuesday. But before we get any further, now here in the 6th inning, Danny Luvano is the hitter. Wildcats at the corners, one away. The pitch to Danny misses outside, 1-0. They did have a conference with Fluman on the hill. Left him in there. However, they're playing tight in the infield right now. They expect Luvano could bunt, and now he squares to bunt. Instead takes a fastball high and outside. It's 2-0. One lonely out. One lonely run on the scoreboard. A 2-0 count. And there you have it. Danny Luvano back and forth like a windshield wiper with that bat. Fastball high, pop up right side, out of play. He took a big swing at that. We know he has power. They're still talking about that home run at Canyons that went over the berm and into the street and went up against the door of a condominium out there. He can hit it a long way, even against the wind. 2-1, one away. Wildcats at the corners, up 1-0. Fluman rocks and fires away with a curveball missing outside, and it's 3-1. A mano struggle going on right now. Tension so thick you can cut it with a knife. If you don't have a pulse right now, you better check yourself into the ER. You're flatlining. This is a fastball down low. Danny Luvano gets on. It's a walk. After getting Baumgartner, surrendering the double to Sperlin, a single to Gregg, walks Danny Luvano, and here comes Austin Hernandez. Remember the modern day game when they intentionally walked Luvano? I said they're going to make a mistake here. Hernandez stepped up and had a 3-run home run. Austin Hernandez, the 375 mark. 3 doubles, 1 triple, and 4 home runs. Second on the team behind Jason Dries. Battling back from, again, a condition that most people would say they'd have to just maybe end up bedridden or in a wheelchair. The doctors told Austin, forget it. It's not a good idea for you to play. So he's out there anyway. And he's not only playing, he's doing it in this exemplary way. This incredible 375 average and 4 dingers. And up there right now trying to, again, add to the lead. Some insurance for Timmy Johnston. The slider is outside and misses 1-0. This has to beat Andy Griffith reruns on MeTV. We're sure glad you're with us on this Friday afternoon, wherever you are around the world. You see, we get excited during these games. Fluman, curveball, high and inside. Don't tell Darren, the producer, but I do it for free. All right, one more time, we're going to wind it up. 2-0 on the scoreboard. 1 away. The Cats, the very razor-thin 1-0 lead. Fluman trying to protect the lead and trying to get back into it, keep it close for his team. The Cats with Austin up there, a very dangerous bat. The fastball, he laid off that one, and as a result, it's over for a strike. It's 2-1. He loves to golf it. I don't know if he's a golfer or not, but it was a low pitch he hit out against Mater Dei last Friday to help Timmy Johnston get the win then. Now he hits it right down to the first baseman. The play at home, and all he has to do on the first play is keep his toe on the first place and first home plate area, so they get that done properly. Cade Sperlin's out. Bases remain loaded, and Nico Valdez steps up there with 2 down. So the quick play to first on the part of the first baseman, Gavin Garcia, down to Jake Jackson. Same scenario with bases loaded. All they have to do is step on any one of the bases, get the force play, and get out of the inning. And Fluman, the pitcher, will have, again, skated and defied the odds. However, with Nico Valdez, you got a guy right now on a 7-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 1 in this ball game, but he's 10 for his last 22. Along with Sperlin, one of the hottest bats in the lineup, up there for West Ranch with the bases remain loaded. Fluman's offering. It's going to be at the knees for a strike, 0-1. After throwing out Cade Sperlin, that means Doug Gregg at third base, Danny Lovano at second, Austin Hernandez at first. Fluman comes right back. A pitch down low and misses. It's 1-1. We're here in the top of the 6th. Only 6 outs away from a potential West Ranch victory. Timmy Johnston could breathe a sigh of relief, breathe a lot easier if he had a little more wiggle room between him and the opponent. He's got the 1-0 lead right now. Fastball misses outside. It's 2-1. Like a Hollywood movie script. What a great screenplay could be written for this West Ranch team in the last 2 playoff games. I mean, I've been around now 34 years. My jaw was dropping. I was speechless. Now, let's see how they can do it again on the road in a very hostile environment. High pop-up from Nico. Coming back, this is the catcher, and he runs out of real estate here. Again, one of the negative aspects here, it does not benefit a pitcher. There's very little room between, again, home plate and the backstop here. And running out of room right there was J.J. Jackson. Nico Valdez one more time. 2-2 to him. They've seen pitcher and again tension and pressure situations all year. But where they came through, they were only, again, 7-8 overall, and then went on that incredible winning streak at Santa Ana Elks tournament. Pitch misses outside, 3-2. And when they were ready just to throw away the year, they were only 2-3 in league. They end up winning, again, a co-league title with an outstanding 11-4 record. Subsequently tied with Valencia, and now here they are. High pop-up. It's going to be on the left side. Looks like it will drift foul and out of play. After that 2-3 start, West Range overall 12-1 in league. I know they're co-champions with Valencia, but in the head-to-head, they beat Valencia 2 out of 3. The bottom line was, what a remarkable run, helped fueled again by early season, again, miscues and problems, and rectifying themselves in a midseason tournament at Santa Ana. Now they're back in Orange County trying to keep it going. They love Orange County. High pop-up. Nico Valdez continues to hang in there. Fouled away, it remains 3-2. One thing, it goes back, again, time in memoriam in baseball lore and history. The longer the hitter at the plate can foul it off, advantage exponentially goes back over to the hitter. Now Nico's fouled off about 3 of them. Waiting for the pitch he wants. Playing somewhat shallow in the outfield, Schiffman, Oyama, Church. Playing tight in the infield as well. It's going to be ball 4 inside. RBI Valdez coming in to score. They used Galately, who came in as a pinch runner, and Galately from the JV realm will score the run and give West Ranch the 2-0 lead. And I'm telling you, in a game like this, that is a Herculean number. May not seem like a lot, but this, again, El Toro team has only hit 2 home runs this year. Overall, only hit 251. They depend on their pitching, and Noah Fluman will be done for the afternoon. They bring in a relief pitcher. We're going to get the numbers and the information on him. We're going to break Darren at this juncture, allow him to go through the obligatory 8 warm-up pitches. With the bases remain loaded after Valdez walks and drives in a run. Here comes Alex Lee, and 2-0 West Ranch. We'll be right back. I want to thank you again, Santa Clarita School of Performing Arts. Timmy Johnston's dad owns it, Mike, and he's a stand-up guy. Mom Cindy is here as well, cheering on their talented son. Don't forget, again, something oh so very close to Santa Clarita Valley, a chance to make it in the big time in the entertainment industry. You can at the Santa Clarita School of Performing Arts. They'll show you how. Now let's get to live action. Bradley Spooner, a big, tall, angular, hard-throwing right-hander. First pitch to Alex Lee is a strike, 0-1. They've got such a deep pitching staff. I hate to tell you, if you're a West Range fan, the numbers for Spooner. This is his 10th game, his first one in relief. The offering finds itself high and tight to Alex, 1-1. 8-1 mark. Another Kershaw-like ERA on this team, 1.73. Bradley Spooner in relief for Noah Fluman. That one's going to be a strike to Alex. And you remember what Alex did heroically back there in the 5th inning. Able to get, again, a single to right. He's in this ballgame 2 for 2. He's just up there taking 100% all the way, and the count at 2-2. Let's see. Now it's going to run. It shows on the scoreboard still 2-2. So the umpire just allows that pitch. We'll try it one more time. Alex Lee, .316 hitter at the plate. Going for the high, hard one and could not come up with it. Moreover, Alex Lee over 40% on base percentage, but the guy comes in and gets the job done. Bradley Spooner to blow away Alex Lee here in the 6th. However, they get one. Oh, so very precious, that one. Now they're up 2-0 as Timmy Johnson heads back out there here in the 6th inning. You're watching again the CIF Ford Baseball Championships right here on LivePlaySports.tv.
My name is Kevin Hill, broker associate with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties. I want to tell you what benefits my team can bring you to give you a competitive advantage over the other realtors buying or selling your next home. We have 4 licensed agents on our team and a technology specialist to assist you in every aspect of your next sale or purchase.
When you work with a great realtor team, a great company, as well as a very good lender, we take the whole stress out of purchasing a home. That's what we do here at the Kevin Hill team.
Utilizing many of the new and proven marketing techniques, we are positioned at the #1 spot in transactions in Orange County, and I am in the top 100 agents in the country out of almost 50,000 agents for our company, Berkshire Hathaway. And I am also one of the most trusted names in Orange County real estate for over 30 years. How that translates to you, the consumer, is that our methods work. I would love to share what we do for our clients if you are looking to hire an agent. Please call today about your real estate goals. Thank you.
Welcome back, and just a moment ago, they're all everything. The MVP, Gavin Garcia, just hit a long way to center. But again, just at this juncture of the ballgame, we've been talking about that veritable heart breeze that comes in off the Pacific Ocean. It's really buffeting us in our open-air press box area. And at that moment, Garcia hit a long way, but it's a veritable Death Valley out there for him. As right now, with the offering, comes into Matt Kincaid, down low and inside 1-0. It turned out to be a simple flyout to Sammy Gray, 1 down here in the 6th inning. Kincaid up there, struck out in the 1st, singled in the 4th, 1 for 2. Fisted, high pop-up, Lovano in foul territory, makes the catch for the out. 2 away, 4 away from a Timmy Johnston victory, and moreover, a chance to go into Long Beach. Not merely to visit the Queen Mary, mind you, but to get to Blair Field, historic Blair Field, for those semifinals. I've done a number of them over the years just working independently. It'll be fun to be there, working for West Ranch, and of course Live Play Sports will be there. But it'll be 4 more outs before Timmy and the West Ranch team makes it. They're up 2-0 here in the 6th inning, and the pitch comes over to Stone Schiffman for a strike, 0-1. Timmy has now just gone into his own private twilight zone as the pitch now down low into the dirt. It's 1-1. He has now retired 9 Chargers in a row. What you're watching is baseball pitching perfection out there from Timmy Johnston. Off the end of the bat, a little cue shot down to Nico. There you have it. 10 in a row from Mr. Johnston. And they're on their feet here. The fans that made the sojourn from Valencia, and why not? Timmy pitching a gem, magnificent outing so far in this ballgame. We go now to the 7th inning, 2-0 West Ranch. You're watching the CIF Ford Baseball Championships.
I love acting. They teach me how to do a whole bunch of stuff.
It's a great school, and she's around people that are interested in the same things she is.
It's been great to have these people in our corner. These guys really know what they're doing, and they've been doing it for quite a few years.
Every Saturday they do have agents here for modeling, for print, and then there's agents here for acting.
Everything you need to succeed in show business is here. We have classes for kids, teens, and adults. Learn your craft at Santa Clarita School of Performing Arts.
Vote yes on Measure E. College of the Canyons is essential to our high quality of life in the Santa Clarita Valley. For the 3 and 5 local high school graduates who begin their college career at College of the Canyons, and the 4,000 students on wait lists for science and needed classes. For the 1,000 local veterans learning, training, and working on campus. Because skilled local training and our growing local economy go hand in hand. Vote yes on Measure E.
Top of the order, Bradley. Coach, 1, 2, 3. 25.
Leading off for West Ranch, number 2, Jason Reeves.
We swing now to the 7th inning of play. Welcome back, everybody, to a very much a dramatic Charger field here on the campus of El Toro High School. This is the quarterfinals of the CIF Ford Baseball Championships. I'm Ronnie Wald. The Cats are up by 2. Here's Jason Dries, a long high drive down the right field line, hooking foul, and out of play. Here in the 7th, Dries, Gray, Baumgartner. And coming in, the second pitcher of the ball game, it's Brad Spooner. Hard-throwing right-hander was able to sit down the team in the first inning. Here's going to be a shot. It gets by the first baseman, Garcia. It's into the corner, but Jason wisely holds up because of the great arm, the howitzer-like arm of Nathan Church. But then Jason Dries, who was awfully cool through the first 2 playoff games. We didn't want to dwell on it, but he, after going 7 for 12 earlier, he was 0 for 9 coming to this ballgame. What has he done? 2 for 3 in this affair. And here comes Sammy Gray to the plate with nobody out top of the 7th inning. And we fully expect Timmy Johnston to come out in the 7th, the bottom of the 7th, and close the door on this El Toro team. Great bunt by Sammy Gray. He turns around to throw to second in time for the out. Heads up play from the pitcher, one Bradley Spooner to nail Jason Dries at second. Jason Dries, for fans that don't know, has just been a remarkable story, breaking his thumb against, yes, Oaks Christian, the team the Chargers beat a couple days ago. And he doesn't complain. He just stays out there setting record after record. He's just been magnificent. He is now out at second, and it'll be Sammy at first, and here's a very tough out in Blake Baumgartner. The pitch is down low in the dirt. It's 1-0. Blake graduated yesterday. He's headed to UC San Diego, a great academic school in La Jolla. Now he has to take care of business up the middle because it's a solid base hit from BB Blake Baumgartner. Oh no, falling is Sammy Gray. He's going to be tagged out. Now caught between first and second is Baumgartner. He goes over to the shortstop Negrete. He applies the tag very hard to the back of Blake, and just like that, El Toro is out of it in a very bizarre turn of events in the top of the 7th. This game brought to you by Kim and Kathleen and Mortgage Partners. As always, Mortgage Partners keeping the American dream alive for you. Now keeping the dream alive for West Ranch. They're going to try to put that, again, bizarre moment behind them. Here's a replay on it. Baumgartner took that long turn around between first and second. The camera does not show that Sammy Gray got caught between second and third. The tag was applied to him, and then Blake had nowhere to go. Here comes... That was the second baseman, Josh Zamora, and he's coming, the hot pursuit, and then pushes him down hard, but he also gets the out, records the double play, and so they put that behind them, the chance to get additional runs. They're going to have Mr. Johnston close the door on El Toro High School here in the 7th inning, holding on to his razor-thin 2-0 lead. We'll be right back on the CIF Ford Baseball Championships. Don't you dare miss the bottom of the 7th.
The Pro Glider, easily one of the best teaching tools you can put in the hand of any baseball or softball player.
The Pro Glider, as you swing with that Pro Glider, you can actually see the flight of the ball. And you can see that if you're swinging right, that ball will go up the middle with what I call a true trajectory, not backspin. Backspin pops things up, but a true trajectory, meaning just a natural lift that goes out.
Craig Wallenbrock has instructed major league hitters for several decades. He's seen every game.
Welcome back, everyone, to live action, and welcome, more importantly, to the bottom of the 7th. Jake Jackson, Nathan Church, and Austin Green, the bottom third of the El Toro lineup. And there he is, standing as tall as, again, Vesuvius himself. Timmy Johnson trying to close the door on El Toro. The next pitch is going to be over for a strike. It's 1-1. The time is 5:06 p.m. here on the West Coast. Timmy Johnston trying to make history right now for this West Ranch team to get him into the semifinals, first time since 2012. And the hitter needs to step out and ask for time. Timmy is on his game in a big way. Looking to take care of business by his lonesome. Pitch down low into the dirt. The plume of dust emanating from home plate. Fluman long gone. Brad Spooner came in. A bizarre chain of events to deny West Ranch in the top of the 7th. However, they did get one insurance run top of the 6th. Timmy staked to the 2-0 lead. He comes right back. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2. He's baffling them with an array of pitches that we haven't even seen from him. He's been able to pull the string. He's got the velocity coupled with he's as smooth as silk. The 2-2 pitch. Just a little high as he spun the 3/4-like delivery and forced it now a full count 3-2. Again, with just a 2-run lead, the last thing you want to do is walk the hitter. He's really depended on his defensive crew, and they have been fantastic behind him in the last few games. 3-2 pitch, down low in the dirt, no doubt about it, and going to first base. It's like an early Christmas gift, and they're grateful for it. And the El Toro players in the dugout just jumped up in mass, just getting that base on balls from Timmy Johnston. He was able to retire 10, count them 10, El Toro players in a row before that walk to Schiffman, and Jake Jackson is the hitter. But before we go any further, Jim Wagner, the talented pitching coach that more or less the tutelage, why Johnston and, of course, Jack Cunningham has been able to mature so quickly and been so effective for West Ranch is because of this man on the hill right now, Jim Wagner. The one thing about Casey Burrell, he picks the best to surround himself with, and look at the faith they have, and look at that. A lot of love out there shown on this West Ranch team. Johnston hugging his catcher, Kate Sperlin. All for one, one for all, baby. When the pitcher and catcher can be simpatico, again, almost working as one, then you've got something special out there. A well-oiled machine. Now with one, again, player at first base, Stone Schiffman, by virtue of the walk, he'll have to check that. Jake Jackson. Now he has to deal with Nathan Churches, moving up in the box, trying to throw Timmy Johnston off, but it didn't work. It's over for a strike, 0-1. Nathan Church, we've seen what kind of outstanding arm he has in right field on this talented El Toro team that has won 15 games in a row. But facing elimination right now here at home. The curveball, it's over for a strike, it's 0-2. Like I said earlier, if you don't get excited from this kind of game, you better check if you have a pulse. Timmy, as cool as a cucumber out there. He's a very young 16-year-old out, wearing it, again, with aplomb, and also with great maturity, but however, that pitch is way outside, makes it 1-2. The best term for, I think, Timmy is a Hebrew term, chutzpah. He really has it. One more time, this time from a stretch to improve his control. Here's the pitch, hit off the end of the bat. Blake, so solid, to second for one, and not going to risk it with Nico Valdez. They'll get the front end, it's 2 away. Check that, 1 away. Even I'm getting ahead of myself. Austin Green, the number 9 hitter for the El Toro High School team. A lot of pride out there. They've had the 15-game winning streak. They've been running over opponents like General Sherman on his march to the sea in the Civil War. Now they've run into a veritable, again, brick wall in Timmy Johnston. 1 away. Runner right now at first base for the Chargers of El Toro, and the pitch is a strike from Timmy. You can imagine this West Ranch faithful here at this stadium, at this, of course, Charger Field, very pensive right now, sitting on pins and needles. Just got a little piece of it. It's going to go right there to Nico on the dirt. He's got it for out number 2. The semifinals are waiting. A chance to go to Blair Field. And they ain't going to just visit the Queen Mary at Long Beach, right? They're going to play for the chance to win that ball game and move on to San Bernardino a week from Saturday for the whole ball of wax. Timmy, however, has one more he has to get through. A very talented Kenny Oyama, who's hitless in this ball game. And Timmy, one of his strikeout victims, 6 of them in the ball game, one against Kenny in the 5th inning. It's over for a strike. It's 0-1. Timmy Johnston painting a masterpiece in this ball game. It's 0-1. The time now 5:12 here in the Pacific Coast. Timmy trying to close the door. It's 2 down. Cats up 2-0. He comes right back, and the pitch misses outside, and it makes the count 1-1. Everybody very tense, and everybody very nervous here, but Timmy looks like the calmest guy in the world out there. Cool as a cucumber. Now one more time. Here's the 1-1 offering. High pop-up left side and out of play. Hey, Darren, how come you pick all these great games to do with LivePlaySports.tv? That's the, again, West Ranch faithful smelling a victory. It's 1-2. Timmy 1 out away from the promised land. 2 down. 2-0 West Ranch. Timmy looks into his catcher, Kate Sperlin. The pitch just misses outside. Timmy's making it interesting, isn't he? Right there, he was just calming himself down. He put his left hand out. He said, the calming mechanism. He can take care of business here. He's got it under control. 2-2. Deuces Wild and a 2-0 lead. The hitter at the plate, Oyama, one of their best. It's going to be high and outside. You may wondering, Oyama, how talented he is. He's their table setter. 253 average on the year, but a greater on-base percentage. Runner takes his lead off the first, and he hits him with the pitch, plunks him with it. A little higher than the gluteus maximus, right on the wallet, but really on the lower, again, part of the small of the back, they would refer to it as. So now he's got runners at first and second. And the potential winning run at the plate in the person of Carson Negrete. Remember, they've only hit 2 home runs all year. It's hard enough to hit it out of this ballpark. They're not known for their bat skill. They're known as great pitching. But Timmy Johnston has outpitched them today, but he's not out of the woods yet. 2 down. The time is 5:14 here on the West Coast. It's a 2-0 West Ranch lead. The lefty delivers. It's over for a strike. He's got a brother, Jeff Negrete, on the team. But this one, Austin, he's known for his great bat control. 11 RBIs this year and a 224 average. It's the lefty versus righty matchup, advantage to the hitter. Turn around, now that's a risky play. But Timmy believes in himself and believes in Nico to release that one, because nobody wants to see it go into center field. 0-1, 2 down. This is the quarterfinal. Winner moves on into the big time. Pitch down low in the dirt. A plume of dust emanating from home plate runs the count even at 1-1. Ronnie Wald, your game broadcaster. You can see we enjoy this. We like what we do. And we love watching someone of the metal, the talent, and again, the emerging ability of one Timmy Johnston. He's going to shut the door. Here's the 1-1 pitch after a backwards glance of the runner. Inside and tight, makes it 2-1. Here we go, 5:16 on the West Coast. 2-1. Hitter waiting at the plate, Negrete. Great bat control, that's what they tell me. Timmy comes back. It dances over for a strike. It really fell off the table. Timmy loved it himself. Look how he kicked up a little bit of dust out there on the mound. And he's smiling too. He loved that pitch. Who says he doesn't have a little bit of actor in him as well, like his older brother? 2-2, 2 away. He wants to shut the door on Negrete. Timmy deals 2-2. A chopper, this could be it. Down to Blake, the throw to third. Did he drop the ball? What happened? They wanted to come out and celebrate. Our view was obstructed by all the players running out there on the field. Was the play made at third? We need to see a replay on that one. Our view obstructed. Apparently not. It looks like that runner's safe at third. The West Ranch players were ready to celebrate. They were on their way, and then they retreated back into the dugout when they found out that Charger was safe at third. Blake Baumgartner made the play. The only place he could go with it with the ball to his right and the quick throw over to Lovano, and now they want their own personal meeting with Timmy Johnston on the hill as they're going to face off against Josh Zamora, a gifted, talented hitter for El Rancho. But Zamora's run into a few problems after he got that opening double against Timmy in the first inning. Grounded out against him in the fifth. I hate to tell you again, Josh Zamora on a team that only hits 250 as a team. Josh, the shining light at 296, 1 homer, 15 runs batted in for number 15 at the plate. The throw was made from Baumgartner to Lovano. Lovano had to leapfrog to get away from the Charger runner. Now bases loaded. You couldn't have get a more dramatic ending of this ball game. A base hit could possibly tie this ball game. Extra base hit, it's over. And the pitch is inside and tight as they remain and stick with Timmy Johnston in this dramatic ending here at, again, El Toro High School. What a ball game. Timmy looking in right now. Can't quite shut the door here with 5:18 here on the West Coast. Zamora, chopper in the hole. Lovano takes it. He wants to throw to first. And it's not in time. Here, the runner scores. It's 2-1 and the bases remain loaded. Danny Lovano double clutch and then let loose that incredible great arm of his, but not enough time because Zamora was able to motor down the 90 feet from home plate, the batter's box to first base, and now 2-1. The opportunity right now with the bases remain loaded for El Toro, fighting back, scratching back. Give this El Toro team credit for, again, not giving up one way, shape, or form. Hanging in there at the most, again, important juncture of the ball game. You can't go any further than this one. The 7th inning, the bottom of the 7th, 2 down. High chopper, the first throw to Lovano, and it was not in time. The second one, this time from Baumgartner, was not in time. The bases remain loaded, full of Chargers, FOC. 90 feet away from scoring, a very much a speedster, runs like the Wind Mariah, Kenny Oyama, to tie the ball game. Big number 17, Gavin Garcia, the MVP at the plate. You couldn't get more dramatic as this, as now Timmy's pitch is in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. It's 5:20 here on the West Coast. Timmy Johnston, bobbing and weaving, making it quite interesting, wouldn't you say? And here's the pitch to the MVP. He's really, again, keeping it away from him, not giving him anything easy to hit. It's inside and tight, 2-0. Garcia on the season, the best average on the team by far, 322. The best RBI count along with Kincaid at 18, and one of the teams, they've had 7 homers this year. We reported 2, but that's still half the total of West Ranch. It's hard to hit a home run here, but they know how to scratch out a victory and make it happen. A team that's won 25 games, number 4 in the USA. The pitch is a strike, however. Timmy, standing tall, makes it 2-1. Oyama at third, Negrete at second. In just a moment, able to, again, just get to first base in front of the throw was Zamora. Chopper, this one to Blake, to second, and that's it! They've done it! At 5:21 p.m., they're mobbing Timmy Johnston, and why not? They did have to make it dramatic, didn't they? They did have to, again, cause heart palpitations on the part of this announcer, but it doesn't matter, it's all over. West Ranch, the razor-thin, dramatic 2-1 win over an El Toro team, which was number 4 in California, number 3 in the United States, or I got that juxtaposed. I got that mixed up. Well, either way, they were one of the best, and they toppled them from their throne. Timmy Johnston goes all the way. It wasn't easy. It wasn't always pretty for victory number 9, but he gets it, and he hangs on for This again, El Toro team, Fluman and Spooner. Fluman gets the loss, only his second of the year in 9 decisions. El Toro falls to 25-6 on the year. West Ranch improves to an all-time best, 24-8, and they're headed to Long Beach, baby. They're going to be playing in the semifinal at Blair Field on Tuesday night, and they ain't going to Long Beach to see the Queen Mary. I can guarantee you that. And I suspect we'll be there with LivePlaySports.tv because they show up and West Ranch goes on a roll. There's something about a broadcast that inspires the players. I don't know. It sure inspires me. So again, a victory for West Ranch in the, again, most dramatic of circumstances. El Toro denied with the bases loaded at 5:22 p.m. on the West Coast. For all of us here, again, a special thanks to the Justin family, the Dries family, and the Lee family, all coming through in a big way to financially make this possible. I'm Ronnie Wald. Until Tuesday night, we're going to rest up and be ready and go strong for the semifinals at Blair Field Tuesday night. Whether it's going to be the early game or the later game, we just don't know. We do know that it's either against Orange Lutheran or Murrieta Mesa, because tonight Casey Burrell's going over to the city of Orange and watch that ball game and kind of scout early, and I'm going to join him as well. So we'll talk to you Tuesday. Again, this ball game brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway. One of those that, again, are there for you, along with the Santa Clarita School of Performing Arts. And I think, Darren, we're going to sign off. I'm losing my voice. Thanks for all your help up there in the truck. Great job production-wise. This game will be available on an archive. And again, West Ranch pulls it out in the quarterfinals. Headed to Blair Field on Tuesday with a 2-1 win over one of the best in America, the El Toro Chargers. So long for now.